Hello, everybody. Welcome to Diego Knows. I am Diego, and today we're going to talk about Sex and the City again. That's right. We're going to talk about those sluts. Those ladies of virtue that go out there and bone everybody. Okay, Sex and the City. I'm talking about the great show, not that piece of shit show and Just Like Crap that came out recently. Okay, I'm not talking about that piece. I already talked about that piece of shit. No, I'm talking about the good show. Okay, the show from the late '90s, early 2000s, Sex and the City. The original Sex and the City. I love the show. I watched all 94 episodes. I watched both movies, and like I said, I watched that piece of shit show. But I was a big fan of the show. I loved it. I thought it was a great show. The only problem I had with Sex and the City is I did not like the way that the straight men were being portrayed on the show. Me being a straight man, okay, I was actively dating at that time. I lived in a big city back then. It was like some 20 something years ago, but I was a young man. I was just out of the military. I was going to school full time. I was working at night. I worked in nightclubs, restaurants, went to a lot of parties, dated lots of women, lots of nightclubs, I did theater, I did all sorts of stuff, okay? Dancing, modeling, we all did that stuff, okay? All my friends, we were all like in that lifestyle, okay? In that dating, the stuff that you do when you're young, okay? Well, we did all that, okay? So all the girls that I knew, all the hot girls that I knew, that I went to school with, that I worked with, they all watched Sex and the City. None of my straight guy friends watched that show, okay? I was the only one that watched it, and I watched it because all the girls that I liked were watching that show, and I wanted to know what it was about. I wanted to know, what are they talking about here? So I got hooked. And I started watching every episode. And when a new season came out, I got excited about that. I had HBO. I was already watching Sopranos. I love that show. So Sex and the City was on like right before that. So yeah, so I watched it. Okay, I also had something to talk to the girls about. The biggest problem I had was I didn't like the way the straight guys were being portrayed on the show, because you got to remember, like, the first two seasons, okay, the guys were just disposable. Like, the girl meets a guy, girl fucks a guy, girl gets rid of a guy like 5 minutes before the credits roll. Okay, that was every episode. Okay, until like the third, fourth season, and they started keeping guys around longer. All right. Well, I didn't like the way these guys acted, because I was a straight man. I knew I would never act this way. Straight guys did not act this way. Okay, so the show was written by feminists, lesbians, and gay guys. Okay, so who was the butt of every joke? Who do they make fun of in every episode? The straight guy, of course they did. Okay, because they don't know what a fucking straight guy is. They have an idea of a straight guy. They have a cartoon character of what they think a straight guy is. Okay, but that's not what a straight guy is. Okay, and they obviously don't know what the fuck they're talking about on the show when they're writing for straight guys. They're not writing for straight guys. They're not writing for me. Okay, the show was not made for me. It was made for women and gay guys. Okay, so this show kind of bends reality to cater to that audience. Okay, whereas like if they were making the show for me, if a straight guy was involved in making the show, it'd be a hell of a lot different than this piece of shit. Okay, and we both know it's true. All right. So what I'm here to do is I'm here to give you that point of view that you did not get when you originally watched the show. Okay, I'm not your gay best friend. I'm not one of your girlfriends that's gonna go shopping with you afterwards. Okay, I don't give two shits about that stuff. What I cared about was the relationships between the characters, who the characters were, and how they related to the guys that were in their lives. Okay, that's what I cared about. Okay, and that's what I'm here to give you a point of view of that you did not get when you watched that show. Okay. All right, when it's just a bunch of girls and a bunch of gay guys talking about a show, okay, who gives a shit what the straight guy thinks? Well, I'm here to tell you what the straight guy thinks, okay, realistically, okay, and I'm gonna give you a disclaimer right now. If you're easily offended, if you're a snowflake, if you get your feelings hurt real easy, if you get triggered real easily, get the fuck out right now. I do not censor myself. I'm gonna tell you the honest to God truth, whether you like it or not, okay, and in my opinion, it's better to know than not know. So I'd rather tell you the truth, ladies, about this shit, rather than, you go ahead, spend the rest of your life believing in a fucking lie because you saw it on Sex and the City, so you think it's fucking real. No, it's not fucking real, okay? And I'm here to set the record straight, literally and metaphorically, okay? And guys, if you're watching this, don't watch this with your girlfriend. Don't watch this with your wife, okay? Because she's gonna fucking make you pause it, and then she's gonna look at you, what the hell is he talking about? And then you have to come up with something. I don't want to do that to you, okay? So just watch this in private. Ladies, you too, watch this in private, okay? All right, your boyfriend, your husband, they don't want you to know our secrets, and I'm gonna tell all the secrets. Okay, so you're gonna get something out of it too. All right. So I'm not just saying this to say this. Okay, but ladies, okay, there's a big fucking bubble of bullshit out there, and Sex and the City was a big part of that cultural zeitgeist back at that time. Okay, that show and Friends and a bunch of other shows. Okay, we're basically telling women, go out there and fuck everybody. It's okay. Because when you're ready to fucking settle down, Prince Charming will magically appear on your fucking lap and just accept you the way you are. Bull fucking shit, okay? Just like you have standards, we have standards as well, okay? You don't see those standards when you watch shows like this. All you see are guys, fuck you, fucking, men are all fucking cavemen, okay? That's not true. That's not true at all, okay? All right, just like you don't want to be fucking, typecast into as being a certain type of woman just because you're a woman. Okay, men don't like that either. Okay, you just don't hear us bitch about it. That's the only difference. Okay. All right, so here we go. So the episode we're going to talk about today is season 5, episode 3. Episode 3 of season 5 is called "Luck Be an Old Lady." Okay, Luck Be an Old Lady. Now this episode is when they go to Atlantic City. Okay, as those of you that remember this episode, they go to the Taj Mahal, which was owned by Donald Trump. Yeah, they used to like the liberals that made this show. They used to like Donald Trump back in the day. I know, it wasn't until he ran for president that they all fucking hated him, okay? Before that, they loved Donald Trump, all right? Greatest president that ever lived, by the way. Since Abraham Lincoln, of course. All right, so, okay, so it starts off with Carrie is waiting for a blind date. She's on a blind date. She's sitting at the bar waiting for a blind date. She sees all these good-looking guys come in, and she's hoping that one of them is her blind date, but they all meet like another girl, or they don't know, or she asks one guy, he's like, no, sorry, it ain't me, that kind of thing. So she realizes after a while that she got stood up, okay? That her blind date never showed up, okay? So what does she do? She complains to her girlfriends about it, because that's what the ladies do every episode. They just complain about their lives to their fucking girlfriends. They go to the same fucking diner, the one with the bacon strips on the menu, and they just fucking complain about men. Just like watching fucking Oprah or every other fucking daytime talk show out there. Just spend all your fucking time complaining about men, unless they're hot. If they're hot, they're just like, but if they're not hot, okay, they're just fucking a piece of shit, part of the patriarchy that's been keeping women down since the beginning of fucking time, all right? Women have no fucking rights. They're all slaves. They're all forced to do what men say, and it's about time that changed, right? Yeah, get the fuck out of here with your bullshit. They're a bunch of fucking ugly The View ladies anyway. All right, so anyway, the point is that she's there. She's pissed off that her blind date stood her up, and she doesn't know why. Maybe she tells her girlfriends, well, either he stood me up because he didn't want to meet me, or he did show up, he saw me, and he changed his mind and left. Okay, like that could have happened. So she's kind of upset. She's older now, and she's, maybe she's losing her looks. Well, you don't look the way you did in Footloose, Sarah Jessica Parker. You don't, okay? But, obviously you were a teenager in Footloose, okay? But, it happens to everybody, okay? Okay, right now, Sarah Jessica Parker does not look nothing like she did back in this episode, okay? Which is sad. But, yeah, hey, it happens to everybody. I'm tired of women being pissed off about fucking, oh, yeah, you expect me to look like I did when I was 20? No, we don't. We know you're not, okay? The problem is you expect yourself to look like you did when you were 20. And you spend all your fucking money on fucking face injections and fucking, and Botox and fucking, all this fucking, and face peels and shit to try to make yourself look young. You just ruin your fucking face, dude. Look at Famke Janssen. Look at fucking Meg Ryan. Okay? Look at these women. Look at fucking Melanie Griffith. Oh my God. Yeah. You don't see men doing this shit. The worst we got was fucking Kenny Rogers. Well, he's already passed away, but Kenny Rogers was probably the worst, but damn. Okay, maybe Stallone. Okay, but that's it, all right? It's not an epidemic for men to get old. For women, it's like a death sentence. Well, if you spend all your fucking time, all your youth, making money off of your looks, what's going to happen when your looks start to fade? Exactly what's going to happen. You can't handle it. So what happens when you can't handle the fact that you're not young and hot anymore and that the other young and hot women have taken your spot? What do? You know what you do? You fucking write a book about how men are all fucking pieces of shit, despite the fact that you fuck all of them, and you sell it to HBO. That's what you do. All right. Now, so what do you call it? So Carrie's like, upset about, like I said, Samantha's like, blind dates are beneath you, Carrie. And Carrie's like, job interviews with cocktails. That's all blind dates are. I'm done. Why date when I can hang out with you girls? With you awesome, fabulous girls. I'd rather hang out with you girls than hang out with disgusting men. Yeah, well, that's what the show is. Okay? In case you haven't noticed, okay, that's what the show's about. It's about showing how having your girlfriends in your life are more important than having a husband in your life. Okay, a husband and a family, all that kind of shit. That feminism tells you you're not supposed to want. Yeah, having kids, with a fucking a guy with a job, a good guy with a job that takes care of you and supports you, yeah, all that shit's bullshit, right? So Carrie says, fuck all that noise. The only true relationships are the ones you have with your girlfriends, okay? Bull fucking shit. And all you women out there know fucking better than this, okay? I've seen the way some of y'all treat each other, and it's fucking disgusting, okay? Yeah, she might be your best friend. Yeah, you might fucking throw yourself on a sword for her, but you'll fuck her boyfriend too, won't you? Yeah, you will, okay? Especially if that's the guy that you liked first, but she got him, and you didn't. You know, yeah, you'll do that shit. I know, okay? I know, all right? So don't give me that fucking bullshit, okay? If there's a guy that you like, okay, and he's dating a girl that you think is unattractive, you will fucking steal that guy away from her, okay? You will in a fucking heartbeat. You know goddamn well you would, all right? Especially if you looked at you like, ooh, you know, yeah, you do it in a fucking heartbeat. All right. Yeah, there's no fucking solidarity when it comes to females. Get the fuck out of here. All right. So so as she says that blind dates are job interviews with cocktails, you know, so I'd rather hang out with all you girls, okay? You girls are my real relationships. And Samantha looks at her and goes like, you know, Carrie, you know I'm never gonna fuck you, okay? Sorry, but I'm never gonna fuck you, okay? And Charlotte's like, you have to keep trying. Okay? Okay, you must not become an old maid. Ooh, now we're getting to it. Okay, hit a soft spot there, didn't you, Charlotte? Okay. Now Miranda says, why is it that women end up as old maids and spinsters? Okay? But men always end up as bachelors and playboys. Yeah, well, you know, Miranda, that's because you're a fucking bitch, okay? And that only applies to women that spend all their fucking youth basically basing their lives on what they look like, okay? You know, like I said, everybody gets older. Men get older, women get older, okay? The reason that men are called bachelors and playboys, well, first of all, they're not, okay? That's just what you think, okay? But if you did happen to think that men are considered like a 60-year-old fucking single man is considered a bachelor or playboy. No, not necessarily, okay? You got to remember, they're past their prime too, okay? Look-wise and sexual-wise, okay? The only difference is that men tend to have more assets by that age. When they're in their 40s and their 50s, they've already saved up enough money, they've gotten promoted enough at their job, they've, you know, whatever. They've made some sort of financial stability, some sort of security. They've built it up over time. You know why? Because most men do not spend their youth, okay, making money off of their looks. They spend their youth making their money off of their job, okay? And whereas women, I'm not saying women don't do that either, okay? But I'm saying that the women that you see in the magazines, the women that you see on TV, in the movies, the ones that keep telling women what they're supposed to be like, those women tend to make their money off of their looks. And what do you do when your looks are shot? Exactly. You marry a rich guy, okay? That's what you fucking do. As Heidi Klum, as Salma Hayek, okay? That's what you fucking do, all right? So, you know, and that's what it is, okay? Men that are older tend to have more disposable income than men that are younger. Let's face it. Unless you're born into wealth, okay, most young guys don't have a lot of money. They don't. That's why they're going to college. That's why they're working at fucking Subway. They're working at Taco Bell. Okay, they're doing that so they can fucking pay the bills until they get their degree. Once they get the degree, they can get a fucking real job. And then once they pay off all their fucking loans from the university, then they can fucking start making some real money. You see what I mean? But it takes time to get there. But that's what they do spending their youth, okay? Women, you know, also do that, but they get these bullshit degrees in fucking, you know, gender studies and fucking ancient Hungarian cabinet making, and nobody wants to give them, then they're fucking pissed off that no one wants to give them a job. So what do? You become a fucking activist and you blame men for everything, okay? But anyway, that's neither here nor there. The point is that's the reason why, Miranda, okay? So, Samantha says, like, you know what? And these men are always being called playboys and bachelors. I know, despite the fact that their dicks are all shriveled up. You know, well, you know, it's true. You know, when you get to old, the older you get, your reproductive parts are going to start to fail you. And that happens to you too, women, okay? In fact, I'm pretty sure, Samantha, you've already hit that spot, okay? And even if you hadn't, you look like you did, okay? You fucking bullshit in this episode. You tell your boyfriend you're fucking 37 when actually you're closer to 47, all right? But, you know, all women lie about their age, okay? And this episode is a perfect example of that, okay? So that's like the pot calling the kettle black. All right, let's face it, women hit menopause sooner than men do. A guy can keep getting women pregnant, provided, you know, he's got Viagra and shit. He can keep getting a woman pregnant until he's in his fucking 70s. You women in your 40s, you're done. Okay, you hit menopause, you're done. You can't have any more kids. All right, so don't you think that if a man was in his 50s, for example, and he still wanted to have children, that it would make more sense that he would have sex with a younger woman? Well, if the guy, he might not be the best looking guy in the world, he might not be the best lay in the world, but if he's got fucking money, some fucking 20-year-old's gonna fuck him, all right? And you know goddamn well it's fucking true, all right? Just look around you, Okay, look at the guys. Look at Mel Gibson's girlfriends. Okay, they're all a good fucking 30 years younger than him. Okay, why do you think that is? All right, yeah, exactly. Okay, now look at Donald Trump. Look at every fucking rich, famous, straight guy that's out there. That's old. Okay, what do their girlfriends look like? Exactly. Okay, that's why. Okay, so anyway, so Charlotte decides Carrie wants to spend Charlotte's birthday. It's coming up in Atlantic City. Okay, which is like a gambling town, you know. Well, y'all know where Atlantic City. Y'all seen the movies, okay? So she wants to spend it over there. All the girls are basically saying, "No, I can't do it." Oh no, sorry. They want to celebrate Charlotte's birthday in New York, her 36th birthday in New York. But Samantha cannot go because her and Richard, her boyfriend, the playboy, they're going to Atlantic City. They're flying over there. Miranda can't go either because she still got her fucking infant baby that she's got to take care of, you know. So it's just Carrie. And not only that, but Charlotte doesn't even want to fucking really celebrate. Charlotte doesn't want to turn 36. She wants to stay 35. Well, I don't understand why Charlotte wants to stay 35. We're in season 5 right now, and she's only been 34 for like 4 fucking years. Okay? So what's... so what the fuck, you know? She's been 35 for like, what, 3 seasons now? I mean, when the show first started, she was 34. That was 5 seasons ago. And now she's about to turn 36. Okay, so yeah, the math that just doesn't add up. Same thing with Carrie. Carrie's 35, but she was 34 in 1998, and now it's 2002, and she's 35. That makes no fucking sense. Okay, but what the fuck, right? Okay, I think Miranda is 36, but she was also 34 in 1998, and now it's 2002, and she's 36. Yeah. You know, women in math, right? I'm sorry. I'm pretty sure it was a gay guy that wrote this episode. Okay, not a female mathematician. All right. So there you go. Okay, are you still mad at me now? All right. So anyway, so that's going on here, and Charlotte decides that she is not going to be 36. She's going to stay 35. Okay, and this is not the first time that Charlotte's lied about her age. Remember that time they went to the Hamptons and she met that 20-year-old guy? Something, remember? And she told him, I'm 27. She told all the girls to play along, and he ended up giving her crabs. Remember that? Yeah. So Charlotte's a pro when it comes to lying about her age. All right. You know, so she won't accept being 36. Like I said, Richard's taking Samantha to Atlantic City, and Miranda's stuck with the baby, so they all can't go. Carrie says, like, we can't even get together to celebrate Charlotte's 35th birthday, the sequel. This is bullshit. So Carrie's pissed off, right? So anyway, Richard is able to, Samantha talks to Richard, her boyfriend, and says he's like a CEO for a lot of hotels. He has access to a private jet. He can stay at any of his hotels in the world, really. So like I said, they're going to Atlantic City, and Richard, because he's Samantha's boyfriend, he said, and then she tells him, hey, the girls want to go to Atlantic City, but I told them that we have plans, or they want to have a birthday party. And he's like, well, why don't you just bring them over with us to Atlantic City? Yeah, they can stay. I'll comp them some free hotel rooms, and they get to fly in the private jet. Not bad, huh? You see, Samantha, when you date a guy with resources, this is the kind of shit you do. You get, okay? Resources, man. Yeah, you get benefits. Okay, you get to fly around on private jets. You get to bring your girlfriends along. You know, they get to stay for free in luxury hotels. The fucking Trump Hotel, the Taj Mahal. I mean, that's the shit you do when you date, okay? So don't give me that bullshit, women, about, oh, money doesn't matter. Bull fucking shit, it don't matter. Bull fucking shit. I tell you what, Samantha, you need to hold on to this guy, okay? Not many guys like this in the world. And even fewer that want you for real life, if you want to be honest, all right? So anyway, so Richard's off to do that, and Samantha doesn't even say thank you. She's just like, oh, she's still giving him shit because he cheated on her like fucking 4 or 5 episodes ago, last season. She's still giving him shit about that. Like, what the fuck did you take him back for? You know, if you're just gonna give him shit. Look at everything he's doing for you. He bought you a diamond fucking ring that probably cost about 50 fucking grand. You know? And you're still giving him shit about because he cheated on you. And then again, why the fuck are you doing this, Richard? Like, you know goddamn well you can do better than this, okay? This is what happens when gay guys write straight guys. Okay, they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. You think they treat Samantha like she's a catch. So don't get me wrong. Samantha is a catch to us because we like her as a character. We love her self-confidence. We love the fact that she, you know, her extravagant personality. She's a boss bitch, and she is the leader of that quartet. Carrie is not the leader of this group. It's Samantha, okay? But having said that, men don't necessarily care about that shit as much as women care about that. All right, so it's not very realistic that a guy like Richard, who has access to every fucking hot young girl in that fucking hotel is going to be hitting on him, okay, is going to end up with Samantha. Not realistic at all. All right, but anyway, so that's going on here. Miranda is fat. We get to see Miranda's body. She's fat as fuck. She has gained a lot of fucking weight after she got pregnant, and she did not lose it all. The only way she lost is when she gave birth to the baby. Everything else she kept. Okay, and yes, I'm talking shit about Miranda. You know why? Because she's a fucking cunt. She's a fucking bitch who hates fucking men. So fuck you too, Miranda. Guess what? We don't like you that much either, okay? So you fucking deal with it, okay? Aren't we both happy now? All right, so, yeah, so Miranda looks like shit. Sorry, straight man's point of view. That's what it says on the YouTube description, straight man's point of view. All right, Magda shows up. Magda's there. Magda is her Polish housekeeper. Carrie goes to visit Miranda, and Magda's there, and she's showing all these pictures of the baby, Brady, that are there on the wall. And Carrie's all excited about all these baby pictures, and then she finds out from Miranda that Miranda did not take any of those pictures. Magda, the housekeeper, took all the fucking pictures. She's more excited about the fucking baby than the own fucking biological mom is. How fucked up is that shit, right? Yeah, I know. Okay, and Miranda does not approve. She does not approve of her fucking housekeeper taking pictures of her baby and fawning over her baby, you know, because she doesn't do it, so no one's allowed to do it, right? Okay. Luckily, Atlantic City is the capital of stretchy pants. That's what Carrie says when she notices how big and fat Miranda's ass is. She says, oh, look, good for you, Atlantic City is the capital of stretchy pants. Steve shows up right when the girls are about to leave to go on the plane. He shows up with the baby, with Brady, and he changes his mind, says, I can't do it. He's like, yeah, I can't take care of the baby. I ain't never had him more than 2 hours. I'm afraid I'm going to drop him and break him. Hey, listen, you motherfucker. That's your fucking kid, okay? I'll tell you something, okay? I had never, ever changed a fucking diaper in my fucking life, okay? I had never fucking nursed a baby to sleep. I'd never fucking rocked a baby. I played with the babies, you know, like relatives and shit, you know, but I never fucking like took care of a fucking baby 24/7. I'd never changed a diaper in my life. The very first time in my entire fucking life that I changed a diaper, okay, was in the fucking hospital, okay, the day after my son was born, okay, and I had changed his fucking diaper. And I needed help to learn how to fucking do it, okay, and I was not a young man when I did it, okay. All right, you know why I fucking changed my son's diaper? Because he's my fucking son, okay? Because my life changed, because I became a parent now, and now I'm responsible for this little human being, okay? And that means that's not fucking 2 hours every couple of days, okay? That's fucking 24/7, all right? And Steve, you gotta fucking learn that shit, all right? I'm disgusted at the fact that he didn't want to fucking have his son for more than 2 hours because he was afraid. Motherfucker, that's your fuck. You think you're afraid? What do you think? This baby doesn't know what the fuck's going on. How do you think he feels? Okay? No, that baby's your responsibility. You need to learn how to fucking take care of your child. Okay? That's how you learn, by doing it. Not by passing it back to the fucking mom. That's some bullshit parenting there, Steve. I'm disappointed in you. Okay, so Steve pussies out. He can't do it. He gives the baby back to Miranda. Now Miranda can't go. And Carrie's like, no, we got to figure out a way to go, blah, blah, blah. Meanwhile, Charlotte gets on the private jet. And she interrupts Samantha and Richard. They're trying to do some dry humping. And, Charlotte shows up in the plane like, oh, where's Carrie and where's Miranda? They're like, oh, something about they couldn't get anybody to watch the baby. They said they'll be along and meet us there in Atlantic City. So just have a seat. So she's trying to talk about fucking, being single and shit and knitting. Charlotte's knitting. Meanwhile, fucking Samantha and and Richard are trying to fuck, but they really can't because, Charlotte's there knitting. So she's basically a third wheel, and she realizes this, so she's not comfortable being in the plane, in the jet, when Richard and Samantha are trying to fuck. But Richard did get Samantha a gift. It was a pearl necklace. Get it? A pearl necklace. And of course, Charlotte, because Charlotte doesn't know shit, she's like, "Oh, what's a pearl necklace?" Do I really need to explain that to you? Okay, we all know what a fucking pearl necklace really means. Okay, well that's exactly what it means. All right, but in this case, there is an actual pearl necklace that he buys her. I don't know why he buys her. Is it because Samantha's the best looking woman in the world? I don't think so. I think the reason he bought Samantha that necklace is because I think, honestly, legitimately, Richard likes being with Samantha. He likes hanging out with her. Here's a woman that he can talk to. He can talk to her about anything, okay? Because she's just as bad as he is, okay? He can fucking, whatever, all the things that he tries to hide from other women about himself, okay? because it ruins the seduction. He can say those things openly in front of Samantha because he already knows that she's wrapped around his finger. Okay, so he can talk comfortably, easily, freely. You know, he can talk quite frankly in front of Samantha, and that's something that he can't do with other women. With those hot, beautiful women, he can't do that. Okay, he's got to put on that persona of fucking I'm a man and I'm here to fuck you. You know, and you want me more than I want you. You know, so you need to win me over. Okay, that persona that he has, he doesn't necessarily need it for Samantha. Samantha is already crazy about him, but Samantha can match it in wit, in intelligence, in style. Okay, the only thing Samantha cannot match him in is fucking in money. He's got more money than Samantha does. And let's face it, okay, more women want to fuck Richard than men want to fuck Samantha. Okay, I know Samantha gets laid a lot. Okay, but that's because it's easy for a decent looking woman to get laid. Okay, trust me, the girls that are younger and better looking than Samantha are getting laid more than Samantha is, okay? Unless they're super picky, and we know that Samantha is not super picky. She'll fuck a fucking bellman at fucking Charlotte's apartment building, just like she would fuck an 80-year-old fucking billionaire, okay? She'll do it, all right? So no. Sorry, I know, I love Samantha too, but let's face facts here, the straight man's point of view, all right? Okay, so Miranda yells at Steve for being a pussy, for not taking care of their baby. You know, when she was really looking forward to going to Atlantic City. They do manage to get Magda, the housekeeper, to take care of the baby while Miranda goes to Atlantic City. They pay her a lot of money. Carrie says, just throw money at it. You know, because that's what you can do, right? Luckily, this show's about rich white women, right? They can just fucking throw money at their problems, you know. Unfortunately, the rest of us fucking blue-collar, middle-class people can't really fucking do that, right? But anyway, the point is they save the vacation. That's the point of the episode, okay? So they have to take the bus. They end up having to take the bus to Atlantic City because they missed the jet. So they're on the bus with a bunch of old people. It's all old people on that bus, okay, except for Miranda and Carrie. All right, and they're not in their 20s, okay? And so Carrie starts talking about, she explains how she needs to make an emotional retirement plan. Okay, so what they should be doing when they get old, okay? Because looking at all these old people kind of reminds them of what's in their future. All right. They arrive at the Taj Mahal later on. Carrie loves the smell of cigarettes. Remember, she quit smoking for Aiden, her ex-boyfriend that she cheated on? Well, she quit smoking, but now she kind of wants to smoke again, and she smells all the cigarettes, and she's just like, oh, I love that smell. Hey, I used to smoke too. I used to love that smell too, even though it's gross now. But yeah, back when I smoked in my 20s. Yeah, I'm not proud of it. But yeah, I know that smell very well. All right. Smells like a titty bar. Okay, so anyway, Carrie's the most excited out of the four. You know, Samantha's worried about whether or not fucking her boyfriend's gonna fuck somebody else while they're there. Miranda is trying to fucking feel comfortable because she knows damn well that she's fucking fat as fuck. Okay? And so she's self-conscious about what she looks like, how much she weighs. Yeah. Charlotte, of course, is fucking dreading turning 36. She feels like she's old now and that she's never gonna find the right guy. She's never gonna find her next great love. And Carrie's just having a fucking blast. She's like, fuck boyfriends, fuck trying to look for a relationship, fuck all that stuff. I'm here to have fun with my fucking bitches. You know, that kind of fucking girl boss attitude. So she offers to take all the girls out to dinner at the Taj Mahal. So that's kind of cool. So anyway, while they're there, while the girls are all sitting there having dinner, Richard shows up to remind Samantha that that he's going to start gambling here real soon. And this waitress is there named Denise, and she's got these big ass titties. And fuck yeah, and they look nice. They look really nice. She looks fucking good. All right, she looks like she's in her 20s too. And Samantha, of course, gets jealous and looks at those big titties, notices that those titties are bigger than hers. Okay, and the fact that Richard knew that waitress's name. In fact, he knows all the employees, all the girls' names at the hotel, right? Well, he's in the industry, so that would make sense. But Samantha's like, oh, how the fuck does he know all the hot girls' names here? You know, well, you know damn well why, okay? You know exactly why, Samantha. This guy, you're dating out of your league, Samantha. You are dating out of your league. Okay, this guy is above you in the sexual market value. All right? So she gets jealous. She decides to ditch fucking dinner, ditch the girls. She's going to go hang out with fucking Richard at the fucking poker table. Okay? To make sure he doesn't, accidentally fuck another girl. Okay? So now it's just the three of them, right? So that's going on here. Pretty at one. So anyway, Denise, yeah, so she joins the poker game. Okay. Yeah, so Miranda is winning at the poker table, okay? She's winning for a little while at least, okay? At roulette. Sorry, not poker, at roulette. And what do you call it? She has care for the pretty one, okay? And this guy there is playing as well. and he asks, he said he sees Miranda, he sees Carrie, and he goes like, hey, he looks at Carrie, the fat guy looks at Carrie and goes, hey, were you blowing these for good luck? You know, and his friend says like, no, the pretty one, get the pretty one. Again, the pretty one means Carrie. So Charlotte and Carrie are there, and the guy says, hey, were you blowing these? He looks at one of the girls, hey, were you blowing these for good luck? And Charlotte's about to blow on them, but the other guy said, no, the pretty one, which means Carrie. Now, personally, I would take Charlotte over Carrie, but, you know, I can understand, you know. Charlotte looks kind of plain right now, and Carrie looks like she's got that wild bob curly haircut and the tight clothes, you know, although she's got too much fucking blue fucking eyeshadow on. I was like, what the fuck am I looking at here? She got like drag queen levels of blue eyeshadow on, okay? And I don't even pay attention to women's fucking makeup, but I noticed this. This was fucking shooting right at me, blinding my fucking vision. Anyway, so Carrie blows on it, and the guy wins like 20 grand or something, and he gives Carrie $1,000 chip. Here, that's for you. Have fun. So, you know, like $1,000. He just gave her $1,000. So she's all excited. Carrie's all excited now. All right. You know. So that's going on here, and Carrie, you know, meanwhile, Charlotte's all pissed off because of what the guy said. No, the pretty one. So she's like, oh my God, I cannot believe he said that. That was sexist. What he said was so sexist. Yeah. You know what? I ain't even going to go there. All right. So Carrie says, let's go see ZZ Top in the fucking magic carpet room, and they say no. Miranda's like, no, I got a frozen Snickers and some fucking pay-per-view in my room. I'm just gonna go up there. So Carrie decides to spend the night in her fucking room by herself, and she writes down in her notebook, the thesis of this episode is Carrie learns about roulette. She learns about roulette watching the TV in her room, and the thesis of this episode is, if house always wins, then why gamble? If the house always wins, then why gamble? Samantha is worried that Richard's gonna fuck one of the maids or something, or one of the waitresses at the hotel. Okay, so she kind of has an argument with him about it. And she points out that he knows everybody's names there. He's like, hey, I'm in this business. It's my job to know everybody's names. I know all the names of the guys too, you know. And so to convince herself that he's not going to cheat, she gives him a blowjob in his room, okay? Charlotte feels like an old maid. That's how she feels this whole episode. Samantha tells the girl, sorry I'm late. I've been defensive fucking Richard for the past 3 hours. I think he's all fucked out now. There are cheap-looking whores flying at him from all directions. I had no choice because I brought a cheating man to Atlantic City. You know, Atlantic Titty. As Charlotte arrives, and Charlotte looks fucking good, okay? Her hair's done, makeup, sexy dress, no bra. I mean, Charlotte looks fucking good, okay, in this scene here, okay? And Carrie says like, oh, Charlotte, I think you left Charlotte. I think you got rid of the C and just left the harlot, okay? Which I think was a funny line, you know? And looked like a woman who lost you look like a woman that lost all of her money and has to turn tricks now, okay? So anyway, Miranda wants to go to Carrie's, she wants to use Carrie's $1,000 chip to bet, but Carrie wants the dealer to take a picture. So they're betting. Miranda ran out of money. She wants Carrie to use her chip. Carrie's like, no, I'm saving that $1,000 chip. And he looks at the poker guy and goes, hey, will you take our picture? Meanwhile, there's some fat guys standing behind them, okay, and they're getting impatient. They want to use the table, okay? And one of the guys looks at Miranda and says, hey, ladies, it's not Disneyland, okay? Hey, Red, there, move your fat ass. You know, now Miranda, obviously her feelings are hurt, and you know what? And that was a shitty thing for him to say. You don't do that. You don't just fucking make fun of a woman like that. You know, someone you don't know anything about. And you just called her a fat ass. And you can tell on Miranda's face that hurt her feelings, that she's very self-conscious about all the weight she put on, you know, since she gave birth. You know, and of course the girls are not going to let that stand by. Carrie's like, what did you say to her? You know, and Charlotte says like, her ass wasn't always this fat. She just had a baby. And the guy looks at both of them and goes like, ah, fuck you. Well, this guy has no respect at all, man. I mean, I would say that too if they offended me, but they didn't, you know? They didn't offend this guy. They're like, what the hell? You said that to my friend? You called her a fat ass, you know? They're just defending their friend, you know? And Miranda's like, okay, it's okay. Let's just go. Let's just get out of here, you know? You know, and Carrie says something like, yeah, or Samantha says like, Oh yeah, what about your fat ass? You know? And Carrie says, yeah, what's your excuse? Do you have triplets? And of course, the only people around this area are women that are fat. And so they're all like, yeah! Yeah, because you know damn well when you're in Atlantic City, you know, you're always going to see nothing but fat women around the poker table. Okay? Yeah, that's fucking bullshit. That's fucking bullshit. It was just a message moment there, which is bullshit. I don't agree with what he did to Miranda, how he treated her. He should not have said that. There are some assholes like that, but I am going to raise the bullshit flag. And the reason I'm going to raise the bullshit flag is the guy that insulted Miranda by calling her a fat ass was fat himself. And if there's one thing you'd never ever see, you never see a fat person making fun of another fat person for being fat. That does not fucking happen in real life. So this was a bullshit scene. All right, Miranda's depressed about her ass, so she leaves. Samantha gets a call from Richard saying that he's got to cancel his meeting with her. He's gonna hang out in his room for a while. Samantha automatically thinks he's gonna cheat on her again. He's gonna fuck one of the maids that was eyeing him earlier in the episode. So Samantha bails too. She runs up 11 flights of stairs in her fucking heels, all crazy mad woman. Okay, she barges into the fucking room to catch Richard in bed with another girl, and no, he's just there by himself. And Samantha's like, what the fuck? And he's like, hey, I'm not doing anything. I told you. I'm not cheating on you, you know? And Samantha's fucking crazy, jealous fucking bitch mode, right? She's fucking psycho. Samantha's fucking psycho here. You wonder why she can't have a fucking regular relationship? Because this is what you get when you're in a relationship with Samantha. Okay? And that doesn't even count the fucking 5,000 guys she already fucked. All right? She goes up the stairs. He's not cheating on her. Samantha says, I can't do this anymore. You know? And it's funny that she's acting this way because, you know, Aiden did not act this way when Carrie cheated on him, you know, but Samantha acts this way. Okay, yeah, and Samantha's the one that was making fun of Aiden. All right, and she's like, I'm only 37, I can't handle this. Well, that's bullshit. More like 47, Samantha. And Rich's like, hey, I promised you I would do my best to never break your heart again, you know. And Samantha's like, well, me too. He's like, I love you. He's like, well, me too. I love you too, but I love myself more. So she ends the relationship with Richard. Good riddance, man. Richard, you can do a lot better than Samantha. You really can. Good riddance. I'm glad that relationship's over. She gives him back the ring. Well, good for you. You've got honor. Thank you. And gives him back the pearl necklace. Good for you, Samantha. You actually have honor. That's a very honorable thing you did there. You gave back those gifts. You're right. They don't belong to you anymore. Good call. Good call. I like you now, Samantha. That was a good thing you did. Carrie and Charlotte meet some guys and they flirt, but it doesn't work out. She's like, I don't want a double date with two guys that we're never gonna see again. So Charlotte changes her mind. The guys leave. Okay. The next day she's still pissed off. Carrie says, let's skip all the drama and just enjoy ourselves. Okay. And Charlotte says, I don't want to. Okay. Life, relationships, anniversaries, kids. I want all that stuff. I want the drama. And Carrie's like, well, it sounds nice, but don't bet on it. And she fucking leaves her there on the caddy. Carrie decides to eat candy. She's an old black couple that are still in love, and it makes her realize that what she's missing. Miranda gets pissed off because the girls all have to leave on the bus because Samantha broke up with Richard. Now all four of them got to take the bus back to New York. So they're kind of pissed off about it. And I think Carrie said, next time you break up with your boyfriend, do it after we take the jet back to New York. Okay, so they're all on the fucking bus. And they ask this old lady across them to take their picture because the girls are all happy because it's not about finding a relationship. It's not about falling in love, meeting a guy, and building a life with him. It's all about girl power. Yeah, let's see how long that fucking lasts. All right. So that was this episode of Sex and the City. Thank you for watching this long, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.